That's nice. Who's that? Oh, Welcher. That's pretty cool.
Is that
That's
Wes
me.
Welcher?
That's me.
Your last name's Welcher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I not know that? I thought it was like
Hey,
I thought your name was just Josh. I don't know.
hey, that's
Thought
me.
it
That's my jersey for life.
Wow, was that number significant or something like that?
That's my birthday,
Or the
23rd.
23rd? What
Yeah.
day is it? Why can't I put 2 and 2 together here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome, man. I was at
Oh yeah, and then I got
after-
this.
you can't have enough of those, man. You can't have enough of those.
Sorry.
So on
Didn't know
Saturday
you could do that.
after the game, I walked into like one of the shops in downtown, and they had like these different patches for like just like random patches that just said like it was like,
Yeah.
like a tiger paw, and I was like, damn, I want to get my Clemson jersey that I got like before the season. I want to get like an ACC patch, and then
Yeah.
like something else. But actually, I don't know if I can get an ACC patch because I don't know if y'all saw it or not today. But apparently, Clemson's going to be making a move sooner rather than later. They could be playing in a different conference next year.
What, Big Ten?
I don't know. They didn't allude to it. They just said that somebody high up in Clemson made an kind of like let it drop in a conversation that Clemson sooner rather than later would be making a big announcement on a conference opportunity or something like that next year. Well, it said sooner rather than later, which we're alluding is like could possibly be in a different conference next year. I don't know because I'm obviously like schedules aren't set in stone for next year. Oh fuck! Someone just like bit the shit out of me.
Just give me a second. Since the NFL show ain't gonna last long, I'm gonna do something really quick.
Hey, can we let go of the Colorado hype now?
Yeah, we ain't doing. We ain't
the
doing
hell-
Colorado this week.
Nobody here had any hype for Colorado.
I know. I'm just saying in general.
They weren't my Cincinnati Cinderella pick.
Did y'all
don't
see
forget-
that message I sent? That picture?
Yeah. But don't forget, I was correct about my Cinderella story with Cincinnati. Remember that 2 years ago? Because I remember that. I don't know if y'all remember that, but I remember that. I said at the beginning of the season they make the playoffs, and I'm pretty sure they made the playoffs if I'm not mistaken. So, just don't let y'all forget that either. So,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm starting my comeback.
Yeah, my week wasn't that good. We'll get into it. Hold on one second.
I don't even know how bad I was last week.
Oh
pretty sure it was
shit!
pretty bad.
Yeah, you went 1-4.
Got the Clemson one wrong. Got the Colorado one correct. No, I got it wrong. I took Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you
Clemson, Colorado.
You talked all about it, and then you changed. I think you changed it.
Then I got the UCLA wrong. I got Notre Dame wrong.
No, you got it right.
It's 3.5.
Yeah.
What'd they win by? Ohio State.
2.
I didn't even watch the game.
Dude,
I know Ohio State won on the last second, but
missed a hell of a game.
It was 2 points.
Dude, when I got home on Saturday, dude, I was fucking tired.
That was the game.
game.
That was the best game I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, that was a good game.
I saw probably like 4 minutes total, and when I saw it, Ohio State scored. And did Ohio State score? No, Notre Dame. I don't know who scored. Somebody scored, and then I was like, I gotta go to bed, so I went to sleep.
Gotcha.
Oh no, so Ole Miss was a loss then.
Yeah.
What did Ohio or Alabama win by?
14.
Let me tell you what, that was an abysmal picking week for me. But I got my lock of the week correct, so technically I went 2-6, 1-5. So that's just.
Oh, what North Carolina? They won by more than 7.5.
Pretty sure they did over Pitt.
Yeah, me and Bryson me and Josh got our locks wrong. That's what it was.
Me and Bryson got ours wrong last week. So
yeah, it's two opposites this week.
I got mine wrong, but I thought it was going to be right. But
see, mine
nobody wanted to score in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, mine. I did not think Baylor. I didn't know half the team wasn't playing. I didn't know that.
So, I didn't even know that. Why weren't half the team playing?
Well, the quarterback, and I think they were missing the quarterback and the running back or something. I don't know.
Well, Clemson and Florida State just decided not to score in the fourth quarter. I was like, I just need one more score.
And it went to overtime, too.
And it went to overtime. And I was like, damn, I'm going to get it in overtime. And I was like, fuck. And then Cade threw the ball like Jalen Milroe and threw it right to the other guy.
Not in the fourth quarter. He didn't throw an
in overtime. in overtime, or he threw it way behind the other guy.
He threw it over
right.
him. It pissed me off, man. You
All
have
right,
no
y'all
idea.
ready? I'm gonna record. All right, if you do join, anybody joins, which doesn't look like it right as of now, but if anybody joins, we're going live for the podcast, about to record for podcast. So.
Ocho Cinco, was he a quarterback?
Your ass better call somebody.
His team hasn't won a national championship since before he was even born.
He's going for the touchdown. Caldwell Pope. How about that one, baby? Let's go. Come on. Come back. Hey.
I love college football.
Go Dogs.
Go Tigers.
Roll Tide, roll. RMFT. Roll motherfucking Tide.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the College Football Weekly Matchup, week number 5. Had a great week of college football. We had Clemson and Florida State, Notre Dame and Ohio State, one of the games of the year. I know, Josh, we were just talking about that before when we went on live, before we started recording. Josh, you had a good birthday.
Yeah.
How was your how was your week?
Yeah, man, had a real good birthday. My wife did a good job at throwing a big party. Not real big, just some family members, but she decorated and had a big ice cream cake. It was a good birthday party, good day of football. Yeah, man, had a good weekend.
Gotcha. Preston, you were able to go to the Florida State and Clemson game. Obviously, we were both rooting for – sadly, I was rooting for Clemson there too towards the end. But, fell a little bit short, but great game. You got to see a great game. How was your week?
Well, currently dealing with probably the worst sunburn of my life. It's plastered across my forehead and my nose.
How you get sunburned? It's like 79 degrees.
No, not when you're sitting as high as I was. I was practically sitting on the sun.
Yeah.
And it's called Death Valley for a reason, Chris. It's pretty intimidating with all that sun and noise. Oh yeah, it was a hell of a game, man. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I went with a buddy and his buddy and his dad, who are Florida State fans. I was surrounded by Florida State fans. And definitely, one of the best experiences I had at a game. But all those Florida State fans were really chill. They had every room to gloat after the game, but they were just as happy to escape Death Valley with a win. Took them to overtime, but it was a hell of a time. I didn't really watch any other football other than that. I told y'all when I got home, I went right to sleep after I took a shower.
Gotcha. Well, if you do see me holding this mic, I won't be holding it all the time, I promise. I'm going to get us some mic stands. It's a different setup I'm going for here. Hopefully next week I get everything set up. But Bryson's not with us. He had some stuff going on today, so hopefully he sends his picks here sometime shortly. If not, we'll get him out and we'll see how he does. But let's get in. Let's recap a couple games here. We had Ohio State defeating Notre Dame 17-14, going down to the wire. Maybe some people would say, some play calls towards the end there with Notre Dame and whatnot, and Ohio State. What was Ohio State scoring there towards the end? Josh, you called that one of the games of the year. I got to see most of the second half. I didn't see all of the first half, but Josh, talk a little bit about that game.
Yeah, I was watching it. It was just a old-fashioned slugfest. Notre Dame's play calling at the end where they let Ohio State save a timeout when they threw. I think it was second down. They threw a screen pass, I guess, to try to throw them off guard, but it got tipped at the line of scrimmage and knocked down. So that stopped the clock and preserved a timeout for Ohio State, which they needed at the end because time was running out. Notre Dame dropped a game-ending interception, but got to give it to Ohio State. Gutsy play call. Notre Dame only had 10 guys on the field on that last play.
Yeah, I saw that.
I mean,
I didn't notice it until after, but
it falls on the coaches. That wasn't a good play call either. They were all stacked up on the wrong side of the line. I guess they were expecting a pass,
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a good game. I was kind of going for Notre Dame. Get that
I,
guy a good win
you
down
know,
there.
I was pulling for Notre Dame until I realized the spread was 3.5. I realized it was then I was all Ohio State. I hate Notre Dame, so I covered anyway. So I was happy, and it couldn't have ended better. Notre Dame lost. Sorry, sorry, Ryan Newsom. I apologize. I know you're out there. We were
But
talking about
what's up with Ryan Day going after Lou Holtz in that post game speech?
that after I did say after that I said that made me wanted to root for Notre
Yeah,
Dame
I
after
mean
that.
that was ridiculous. I understand Lou Holtz threw some stuff out there, but that's his job. I guess if he still has a job, but I mean he's a Notre Dame guy, and they got him. He just said that they wasn't as strong as they used to be. They wasn't as tough as they used to be. And you know what? Any game that Notre Dame has played with any significance, they've gotten beat by 3 touchdowns. So let's don't sit here at Ohio State and act like your world beaters. Brian Day out there talk about we've only played one poor half of football in the past 2 years. I don't know what the hell he's been watching, but
Mm.
they played what happened in Michigan. Oh, dude, you got beat by Michigan. You're 0-2 against Michigan. Let's not sit here and act like you've only played one bad half of football the past 3 years.
Yeah. Preston, I know you didn't get to see the game, but you said you saw the outcome. Any thoughts there as far as Ohio State defeating Notre Dame? Notre Dame dropping a little bit, Ohio State moving. Did Ohio State stay the same? They moved up. I can't even remember. I saw the rankings, but any thoughts
Yeah,
there?
they moved up. They moved up.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Preston?
I mean, from what I've heard and what the snippets I've seen on like social media, it was a very, very good game. I don't entail that this is gonna be the end of the Notre Dame season. They still got a lot of tests on their schedule, a lot of meat left on that bone. They've got 8 more games versus teams, and then they finish their regular season and see where they're going to play afterwards. I mean, they make a trip down to Death Valley, so I mean, they've got some really good opportunities to continue on with their resume. So they look pretty good from what I've seen earlier in the season. Ohio State, they look pretty good too. So we'll see.
Yeah, gotcha. Let's get into the next game. We have, we don't have to talk about this too much, but kind of what some expected, some didn't. But Oregon killing Colorado 42-6. You saw all the Oregon stuff going on. I've seen what they released some backstage stuff where Colorado was, saying stuff during the game or whatever, talking trash or whatever, and then the Oregon coach, they showed it about halftime, him talking, saying he's not doing this for clicks, he's doing it to get the wins, whatever he said. Josh, any thoughts there? And do you think we'll get into it? We'll get into the game coming up later, but any thoughts there?
Yeah, man. I just they were outmatched. Preston's gone.
All right, he'll be back.
I mean, they were outmatched from the get-go, man. Oregon was doing whatever they wanted to, when they wanted to. There wasn't – I mean, them guys were wide open. Bo Nix had a heck of a day. Oregon's defense, Colorado just looked lost out there. And like I said, we'll get into the game a little bit later, even though it's not on our list. But,
yeah,
they are playing at home against Southern Cal. I really don't like Caleb Williams, so I mean, I kind of pulling for Colorado, but it's not going to happen. Like Oregon just proved that Colorado doesn't have the athletes to hang with the big boys. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, Preston, you good over there, right?
Yeah, I didn't know if that was just me or somebody. It said something went wrong. I was like, "What'd I do?"
Oh God, we ain't going back to the old internet days, are we? Let's hope not. Anyway, Colorado, losing 42-6. Losing 42-6 against Oregon. Bo Nix looked pretty good. Oregon looks pretty good. Any thoughts there?
I mean, to be completely honest, it's kind of what we expected. We didn't expect them to kind of get beat down like that. I thought they'd be, a little better than that. I didn't think that they had a chance to win. I figured they'd win on, be between that 17 to 25 point spread difference between the two teams. To go out there and get beat like that, it was pretty, eyebrow raising. But I mean, to be like I said, completely honest, this is exactly what we expected to see, or what I expected to see. I mean, they got some good teams they're going to have to play against. And yeah, they've brought a lot of players who are really, really good, but with the absence of Travis Hunter, I mean, that might be a 10-point swing right there. If you're looking at it, with the point spread, he can stop some points from happening and he can add some points, to the scoreboard. So, with the absence of one of their better players on both sides of the ball, coupled with the fact that Oregon's complete from both sides of the ball, every attribute for special teams, I think they've got better coaching head to toe. I mean, I don't know where we're thinking, Deion Sanders is on the lineage on coaching and where he ranks in the top coaches nationally. But Dan Lanning has proven. I mean, he did a really great job at Georgia, winning a national championship there. He's, taken Oregon from where they, just weren't succeeding to the point where everybody thought they were. He's kind of got them to a good point now. And, they're playing great football. And they showed it. They showed it versus Colorado. They performed on every level that they needed to do, and they got the job done, and they really put it on them. And I mean, I don't know if this is something to see for Colorado in the weeks coming, but they got some other teams that are looking to do it. I mean, and I don't know how much of it has to do with everybody's like, oh, look at Colorado, this Cinderella story coming out of nowhere. Maybe some of these teams are kind of getting hyped up and wanting to put it on them. Like, look, don't forget who you're playing right now. Like, we're just as talented, if not talented. So watch what we're going to do. We're going to hang 70 on you. I don't know if we can expect that a couple more times for Colorado, but they definitely need to get all their star players healthy so that they can, contribute on a week-to-week basis. But this could be something that we're going to see multiple times.
Gotcha. If you do join, I see some people joined in the chat. Y'all comment, let us know what you thought about Oregon and Colorado and what you thought about the Ohio State game. If you do join, we are recording live for our podcast right now. It's going to be on Spotify, so comment in the chat. Let's get into the next game, recap another game. Florida State defeating Clemson in overtime. What was it, 30? It was 31-24, correct? 31-24. Clemson looked good for a while. Will Shipley played well. Klubnik, he played well for a good little while, and then, but in the end, Florida State, got it done there towards the end. Preston, you went to that game. Any thoughts on the game?
No, it was really good. I mean, and that's something that I had been saying for a couple of weeks, and not as much last year, but it's really been like something that's popped up multiple times this year. If Cade doesn't, put the ball in jeopardy and doesn't, do something that he's not supposed to do, put the ball where it's not supposed to be, throw it to a guy that's in double or triple coverage, we've always had chances. And this is, every single game this season, Clemson has dominated time of possession, yardage, everything except for turnovers. And look what happened in week 1. We had more yards, better time of possession, moved the ball better, running more passing more, everything.
Yep.
What happens? Pick sixes, fumble recoveries for touchdowns, fumbles in the end zone, missed field goals, and that's just been unfortunate to tell of this team. Immensely talented. I mean, there's in an alternate universe right now, this team could be sitting 4-0, top 5 in the country, but because they're not executing when they need to, we're talking about a missed field goal and a fumbled, tackle, or when Cade got rocked and the ball come flying out, that changed the whole outlook of the game, because at that point, when we were up 7 points late third quarter, we were in their territory. We just ran, like Maffa had just busted a run for 25 plus yards. Stadium electric.
I like sorry, I don't mean to cut you off.
No. Phil Maffa's a bruiser. He's definitely I feel like he might be more NFL set than Shipley. And Shipley's just a better player, but Maffa's, built better and he's more physical. But Maffa had just run a 25-yard plus run. And then all of a sudden, Cade just doesn't see this corner safety just coming off the edge and just blitzes him and hits him in the perfect spot. Ball comes flying out, and things happen, and it landed right in front of a group of Florida State defensive linemen, and they scooped it up and scored. And I know last thing, and we'll move on this. I made a comment to a fellow Clemson fan yesterday about this. In 2016 and 2018, when Clemson won the national championship, it seemed like everything went our way. Not so much in 2016 because we lost to Pittsburgh on a walk-off 52-yard field goal. But besides that, everything else in 16 and 18, and really all the years before and after that, everything seemed like to go our way. If a fumble hit the ground, it bounced into a Clemson player. If a ball was tipped, it found a Clemson player's hands. this season just doesn't seem to be that kind of thing. We're not getting those lucky breaks. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. Like I said, look at the Florida State game, that one moment that changed the entire outlook on that game. Cade gets hit and the ball comes flying out. And of course it lands right in front of some Florida State guys and bounces up there. Now, in no way, shape, or form am I not saying that is completely just how the ball rolls. It's not a perfect circle. Things are going to happen. Nonetheless, they performed better at the end of the game. We missed a field goal. We stopped them. They performed in overtime. They made better decisions. All hands to them. They did a better job. And when you look at the stats like that, when they were completely skewed on one side or the other, better time possession, yards, first down. When we had 10 more first downs than them, more passing, more rushing yards, what happens is that's a lack of coaching. They outcoached us. Fair and square. They did it. They performed when they needed to. And you know what? That's what happens when you win.
Gotcha. Josh, any thoughts on the Florida State and Clemson game?
No, man. I just thought it was a good game. I was impressed with Clemson by the way they were playing. They definitely look better than they did against Duke. I think they can progress. I don't know Florida State. I don't know if this is on their schedule. I think they got a pretty easy schedule from here on out.
They got do they have Notre Dame? No.
I don't think so.
No. Who's Florida State? I think they play somebody, but I'm not sure who.
They play Florida and Miami to end the year. Pretty sure.
Miami is not a bad team now.
No, I don't know.
Miami's pretty good.
We could get that game too.
Neither's Florida. Florida ain't they can't look past Florida.
They hadn't looked bad either. Yeah, Florida hadn't looked bad either. Let's get into Josh's team. Let's get Alabama getting it done on his birthday, 24-10 over Ole Miss. Josh, did you like what you saw there? And any thoughts on Alabama moving forward?
Yeah, man, I really like what I saw in the second half. We had to settle for a 40-yard field goal when we had the ball at the 1-yard line from a blocked punt. We blocked the punt. The punter was in the end zone. We blocked the punt. It goes out at the 1-yard line. We set up in the shotgun formation, which blows my mind. We got a 6'4" or 6'2", 230-pound quarterback. Why wouldn't you line on the center and go for a quarterback sneak? Blows my mind. The center snaps the ball over his head. It was almost a disaster. He recovered it, but then we took a loss. And anyway, we had to kick a field goal, so it went into halftime at 7-6, instead of 10-7. But we came out after in the second half. They played more complete. The defense is looking really good to me. That's a real strong point of this team is the defense. They were run blocking better. McClellan got over 100 yards, which I know that 80 of it came in the second half because we didn't have like 25 yards rushing in the first half. But it was signs of old Alabama, like 2011 Alabama defense. They were looking really, really good. Lane Kiffin, I was confused by some of the play calls that he was doing in the second half. I don't know what it is. I know he looks up to Nick Saban, but I don't know. I expected more out of him, but our defense was suffocating.
Another conspiracy. You thought he was trying to throw it to Nick Saban?
No, he wasn't trying to throw it. I mean, he wants to beat him bad, but the defense was just playing lights out in the second half. But I mean, some of these Ole Miss fans on social media, they don't understand the rules, man. They're talking about we got away with penalties, and the main one they were talking about was roughing the kicker when we blocked the punt. It you block the punt, the punter's fair game. I'm sorry. We blocked the punt and hit his leg like when we blocked it, but you touched the ball. I mean, that's not roughing the punter. I don't know, man, but they were holding us bad, dude. There was so many holds that were not called against Ole Miss. It was, if you went back and watched the game, you'd see them. It was crazy. And I'm not usually one to talk about penalties not being called, but it was ridiculous. But I was happy we got a win. We go play Mississippi State this Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Ooh, I'll be asleep for that one.
And then the following week,
how you gonna be asleep?
Following week, we travel to College Station. So we got 2 road games back to back, and Texas A&M just lost their quarterback for the year.
Ooh, I didn't hear about that. What happened?
I don't know. It said his foot.
Oh yeah, I saw that. No,
Connor
I
Williams.
did see that. You know, the line didn't. I don't know if they changed the line. I was looking at it after they announced it, and the line was still 6. 6
Who are they
points in
playing?
favor of Texas A&M. They're playing Arkansas.
Oh,
Yeah, it was 6 before they announced it, and then they still had it at 6, I think. So, I don't know. I don't know. Preston, any thoughts on Bama?
No, not really. I mean, I think Bama, again, finding their way to get the thing done, and
You picked them. I mean, you kind of expected them to handle Ole Miss, like you said. You picked them.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they'd win by a couple more points, but like I said a couple weeks ago, I mean, we're expecting things that this is a completely different team than it was a couple years ago. Obviously, they're gonna reacted challenges a little differently, and you know what? They're sitting right now 3-1.
he didn't pick Alabama.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, I didn't. I picked Ole Miss.
How in the
plus
world you pick
7.5.
Ole Miss, Scott? I think you talked yourself out of stuff.
Bryson picked Alabama, and when Bryson did, that triggered Preston.
Yeah. I think you've talked yourself out of stuff.
He's the only one who literally
You need to start
gives me
going with your
shit.
gut.
Like,
he can
legit,
he can down there trigger you, dude.
we lose to Florida State, and before I can even be like, yeah, they played great, here he is sending me a freaking gif of a Knowles player doing the chop. I'm like, I mean, damn it, Bryson, give me 10 seconds.
Bryson can't stand Clemson.
Hey.
You ought to I sat beside him during the whole game, and he's over there.
Hey,
No, can he not stand Clemson, or is he can't stand me? Because it just seems personal.
No, he's all Bryson. Bryson hated Clemson before he met you.
Hey, if y'all want to go look at the thread now, it wasn't immediately, but y'all are good on the meme Alabama memes.
I don't send any Alabama memes. I don't send anything.
I don't think.
Oh no!
I did. I sent a TikTok.
Preston, you did. I'm disappointed you, Preston.
I didn't send anything. I don't send anything, dude.
You send TikToks.
Yeah, I did. I sent the one about Nick Saban, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've sent I think I've sent 1 or 2 where I was like, I think the last one I sent was when he was walking to the locker room after USF, and it's just like, man, get me out of here.
Yeah. All right, let's get into last few little recaps here. LSU and Arkansas. What a game that was. LSU defeating Arkansas 34-31. Washington State. I didn't see much of this game because I believe I was watching another game while this was on, but it was a late game. Washington State winning in a shootout 38-35 over Oregon State. I know the quarterback played pretty well there. Cameron? I forgot. I can't remember the quarterback's name off the top of my head, but played really well. Utah defeating UCLA. I know Cameron Rising didn't end up playing like we thought, but they still ended up getting it done by a touchdown, 14-7, low scoring game. And I know South Carolina had a decent game against Mississippi State, I believe. It was a pretty high scoring game there. Any thoughts on them games, Josh or Preston or Josh? Any thoughts on them games?
Yeah, man. That Utah game, that was wild. You expect more points out there on the West Coast.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Especially going off last year.
Who ended up winning South Carolina, Mississippi State?
South
Carolina.
They ended up pulling away.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That was a good game as well.
LSU Arkansas, that was a great game.
Dude. And I was pulling for them Hogs, man.
Yeah,
because I don't like Brian Kelly, dude, and I hope Ole Miss gets him this weekend, but I doubt it.
Is Brian Kelly not going to be the next coach of Alabama when Nick
No,
Saban retires?
No, dude. I will be over there protesting, man. I'll be protesting.
Preston, no thoughts on any other games for the week?
No, not really.
This week. All right, let's get into the player of the week. Has anybody got a player of the week for week number 4?
Yes,
Preston.
sir. Yeah, I'm going to go with the aforementioned LSU quarterback, Jordan Daniels, going 20 of 29, 320 yards.
Sorry.
No, it's Jordan Daniels.
I thought it's not Jaden. It's Jaden.
This is a form of protest because that is not what I was told on ESPN, the app.
ESPN was wrong. It's Jaden Daniels.
I'm a double
check. Maybe you looked at the wrong team.
Whatever. Nonetheless, he went 20 of 29, 320 yards, 4 touchdowns, 1 interception for a 34-31 win over Mississippi State. Actually, you're correct. It is Jaden Daniels. So I stand corrected. I was wrong. But yeah, so that's my player of the week. I don't even know his
Yeah.
name, but I was a damn great player.
Gotcha. Josh, player of the week.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go kind of off the radar a little bit. A guy named Davis Brin for Georgia Southern playing against Ball State, and we know Ball State's nobody, but so is Georgia Southern. 34-46 for 344 and 4 touchdowns. Davis
Getting it done.
Brin,
Getting it
Quarterback?
done.
yeah, quarterback.
Okay.
344
going-
and 4 touchdowns.
I'm going to ACC, and I'm telling you right now, y'all bet Clemson and everybody else better watch out for them. Hey, they coming. Like Dion says, they coming. Louisville is coming. Jake Plummer. Where'd Plummer come from? Where
Ole
didn't he?
Miss.
Ole Miss. He went 18 for 21, 388 passing yard, 5 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown in a 56-28 win over Boston College. Boston College just had a good week against Florida State. And the running back. The running back had like 200 yards at halftime for
Okay.
Louisville. So
Watch
Louisville
out for them Cardinals.
Louisville is 4-0 now. Offense is good. Louisville's coming. That's going to be a good game for Clemson. I think that's going to be
We don't play 'em.
y'all don't play Louisville?
We usually do, but we're undefeated versus Louisville.
I thought
all
ACC
time.
teams play everybody.
Nope.
No? Okay, well, I didn't know. That goes
We
over my
are-
head. I thought they
We
always
are
played Louisville.
undefeated all time versus Louisville.
Well, Louisville's got to play somebody good. They got to play Notre Dame or somebody get in the rankings. But Louisville's not that bad. I think Louisville's
find
pretty
out.
good.
Let's find out.
Well, you can look it up while we.
No, I'm looking up right now. They play Notre Dame. They host Notre Dame in 2 weeks.
all right,
Then they host Duke in 4 weeks.
it's gonna be a good one.
Then they
Duke,
go
I
to
don't know if they'll
Miami.
beat Notre Dame, but
I don't know.
I
Man.
think they can give some competition to Duke.
That's a
we'll see.
prime time game.
We'll see. Josh, do you have the records? Or
Yeah,
first of all,
yeah.
hold on. Before we do that, I did have a rant.
Okay.
I did have a rant. Couple things. I think I had like 3 or 4 things, but I'll go down to 2.
2 rants.
Yeah.
You might as well get both of them in.
Yeah, I gotta get off my chest.
player.
Yeah, I gotta get off my chest, bro. I'll take one for Bryson. Watch the Saints game Sunday, and after watching Ohio State and Notre Dame ended up losing, made me excited. Saints obviously blew it. Derek Carr went down. Jameis Winston. Okay, Jameis Winston. I'd still like Jameis Winston. I hate Derek Carr. I wish we'd get Caleb Williams or somebody, but kicker missed the field goal, and he's got to be from damn Notre Dame. Of course, they haunt me in my dreams. So that I couldn't stand that. The kicker missed it. We should have won. We were up by I forgot. I think we were up. I can't remember what we were up, but we ended up losing 17-9.
It was 17-0.
Yeah, 17-0. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was about to say it was 17-0. I mean, playing well. Derek Carr. Derek Carr don't look good, but the defense is amazing. I just wish we could get a quarterback, but Notre Dame kicker, of course, missed the field goal. Then, what was it? I think it was one day this week. This is something totally different. I go to pick up Chinese food, and I order over the phone. I said I wanted lo mein instead of rice. I'm a big lo mein guy. I like noodles. Don't make fun of me.
You called them after you got home. Like, what are they gonna do for you?
No. That's not that. When I ordered, I ordered lo mein to pick it up. Anyway, ordered that, and they didn't say. They said, okay, never had a problem before. I didn't know subbing for lo mein was a $4 extra fucking charge.
Woo.
You've got to be kidding me. My bill for Chinese food was $22 for myself. I just got a combination. I about flipped the lid. I didn't notice it till I got in the car. They didn't, I just gave them what. I noticed it. I didn't want to say nothing while I was there because I know the people. I was steaming out one ear, but I just paid for it. Whatever. But anyway. When you do that, you are supposed to say, "Hey, it's going to be a $4 extra charge if you sub rice." That's what you're supposed to do out of respect. Don't just charge $4 and expect me to pay the $4. That pissed me off. So that was one thing. And they put pimento cheese on my damn Cajun filet biscuit at Bojangles.
Stop going
Ruined
out
my
to
Bojangles.
eat. You just
I was
cannot. You have
pissed.
no luck.
I'm
You have
sorry,
no
I'm
luck
done.
when you go out.
But that one made me more mad. But pimento cheese, if you eat pimento cheese on a fast food chicken sandwich, you are a psychopath. You are
I
a
don't think that makes you
psychopath.
a psychopath. That
No,
doesn't sound that bad.
Fast food. I don't mind pimento cheese. I like pimento cheese.
I
But if you
hate
go to
pimento
fast,
cheese,
if
dude.
you go to fast food and get pimento cheese on a sandwich, first of all, on chicken, I don't like cheese and chicken. Cheese and the chicken come down. I'm not a big. But anyway, you are a psychopath. A psychopath. All right, let's move on.
Well-
Anybody got anything? No.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I get home from the Clemson game on Saturday, okay? Tired, upset, not really that upset. Go home, walk in, take a shower, get ready. Okay. What do? While the Ohio State Notre Dame game's on, I go to sleep. All right. It's 10:30 at one time. Stop, cat. You're making some noise.
That's first rant right there. How do you go to sleep when Ohio State Notre Dame game's on? But go ahead.
You're sun poisoned. That's just how you get. So I wake up in the morning. I'm going to drive up to Atlanta to see my mom, hang out with her during the day. When I get to my car door is unlocked. It wasn't unlocked the night before when I parked it. And immediately I knew something was wrong. My console was open. There was paperwork on my front seat, and my what's it called? Glove compartment was open. Somebody broke into my car on Saturday night and was going through stuff. And they were too damn stupid to steal my golf clubs that were sitting in my trunk. Now, granted, I'm dumb enough for leaving them in my car, but the dumbasses didn't even steal anything. And if they did, they didn't steal anything of value that I know is gone. But how big of a scumbag do you have to be to break into someone's car 15 feet from the window? And how damn stupid am I to not wake up?
Security camera. You going to get a camera?
I've got 3 of them, but they're inside the apartment. I got one sitting right behind me, one in the
I'll be
living
putting
room.
one outside, boy. I'll be
You
ready.
better believe it. By the end of next week, I'm gonna have one up there. And let me tell you one other thing. I'm gonna beat the hell out of somebody if I find out they ever bring my car again. That shit pissed me off. I was so pissed. I was like talking to myself as I'm
just
driving
gonna go.
Atlanta.
I'm gonna go to your car and I'm just gonna take everything out.
I was
set
like,
it out to the side.
immediately, I was like, I didn't even give a shit that
that
somebody at my time had broken into my car. I was like, oh shit, my golf clubs, and I run in the bag, and I'm like, oh, thank God they're still there. But I'm gonna tell you what.
Well, hopefully
nothing
they
being
didn't
left
steal
my
nothing
car.
that you didn't realize. So
Thieves are dumb. Thieves are dumb. Once in the 90s at Fulton County Stadium where the Braves played, my dad's Jeep got broke into, and we had some Walmart bags of sheets, like bed sheets, that we were taking up to the lake house at Lake Hartwell. And all the sheets were torn apart, like ripped out of the bags. They stole the factory stereo out of the Jeep and left a Pioneer CD player, which back in the 90s, them things was like $400 or $500. They left one that they had stole from somewhere else. They accidentally left it in the Jeep. So that was a pretty good trade.
yeah, thieves are idiots. That's why they're thieves. That's pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty much the story there. All right, Josh, do you have the records for the week?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm gonna start off with me going undefeated, 5-0. Making my comeback. That brings me to 12-8. I was 6 games back. Now I'm only 3, which brings me to you, Chris. You went 2-3, which brings your record to 15-5.
Woo!
Preston, man, you had a rough week. You went 1-4. I felt bad for you because I know you was out in that sun and your team lost, and then you take a hit like this. 1-4. Notre Dame was your only win. Chris, your only win was Oregon and Notre Dame. And I know you wanted to go with Colorado, and I'm so mad that you didn't. And then Bryson, who's not with us tonight, he went 4-1. His only loss was the Colorado, which brings his record to
couldn't even show up
13-7.
after a 4-1 record. I think we should take that off. I think we should disqualify those games.
I say screw it. We take away all of last week from everybody, and we'll just pretend like it didn't happen.
No, 13-7, and Preston, you're 10-10.
What are you, Josh? Now
I'm 12-8.
Ooh, so you catching up?
Wait. I'm 10-10.
Yeah, you've had a few rough weeks.
Yeah, you were 9-6 to start the week.
So I'm 10-10, and you're 12-8, and you had a 4-1 week, and I had a 1-4. So I'm still technically in this.
I had a 5-0 week.
You still in it?
Yeah, you still in it.
Josh said he struggled before this.
Oh yeah, I've been struggling. I was trying to give Chris a head start here. I've only went over 500.
I don't know why I picked UCLA. That was dumb. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't pick Utah.
picked them
I
too,
didn't do
so.
much.
Well, you got an opportunity. You got an opportunity this week to pick Utah because they're the underdog.
Yep. All right, let's get into week 5. Let's go. We are going to Friday night. We got a Friday night game here. Josh was just talking about 9 p.m. Number 10 Utah at number 19 Oregon State. Oregon State is favored by 3.5. They may be favored by 3 on the regular on the betting apps, but we always go. We do half points. We go up half a point if it's a solid number. So we're going to 3.5. Preston. Actually, no. Since Josh went 5-0, Josh, start us off.
He went
All right.
4-1.
All right. Well,
No, he went 5-0.
I went
Bryson
5-0. Bryson
went
went 4-1.
Damn it.
Yeah, don't do me like that. God dang. Anyway, we're gonna have Cam Rising back or no?
I don't know. They haven't said. They just said he may play, may not. They've
been real
I mean,
hush on it the entire
They said
time.
he's. I've heard he practiced last week.
Yeah, but he's been
Well-
He's been slowly practicing for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
said he was
I
in
don't think
pads.
it matters. I don't think
I
it
don't think it
matters.
matters
Utah apparently got his replacement. They're winning. They're playing good.
Other
I don't.
quarterback they got
I
is
don't
pretty
understand
quick.
this line. I don't understand the
Johnson.
line, obviously, but I guess playing in Beaver Stadium might be the difference. But I'm
Coming
going to
off a
go
loss,
with Utah.
too. Yeah, coming off a loss too. I'm agreeing with you. Like I said, tough game, but I am going to take the Utes potato chips as well. Like I said, not sure if Rising will be back, but Utah offense, it's there, but the defense is just something. The defense is really good, and I believe Oregon State is got a pretty good run game, but Utah is one of the best teams against the run, so I believe they'll shut that down. And I'm going to take Utah, especially as the underdogs here. Preston.
Yeah, I mean, I really like Oregon State. They've kind of, I wouldn't say come out of nowhere, but they've put
Oh,
together.
is he going to change his mind again? Here we go.
I'm not changing my mind. I'm going to take Utah with this plus
You sure about that?
Yes, I'm very sure I'm taking about it. Y'all should be upset that I'm taking Utah with y'all. But I mean, I hope this is a good game. Still pulling for DJ Uyunglele, so hope it's a good game, and we'll see if I'm paying attention to it.
Yeah, Bryson. I haven't got his picks, so I guess we'll get his picks.
He better
tomorrow.
get him in before Friday.
Yeah, he will. He'll get in his picks. So sorry if you're here for the Bryson picks. I know we had some of Bryson's coworkers out there that watch this. Give him hell tomorrow. Give him hell. Make him go clean the bathrooms or something. How about that? Anyway, let's go to the next game. This is the game I wanted him here for Saturday. The game he always loves. 12 p.m. Number 22, Florida. Florida's ranked at unranked, Kentucky. And Kentucky is favored by 2.5. Preston, lead us off.
Yeah, man, I think this is one of those sneaky good games. I think it's going to be a really, really good game. I think Florida's really, really good, and I think Kentucky's, just as what we expected from
take really, really good. Florida's pretty good. Go ahead.
I think they're really, really good. We'll see in a couple weeks when they play really this Saturday, and then a couple weeks when they
Georgia's
play
Georgia's not that good. So go ahead.
But Kentucky has given Florida some problems over the last couple of years, and for that reason, with them being home, I'm going to take Kentucky minus 2.5. I think they're going to get it done.
Minus 2.5. Kentucky. Who's the Kentucky quarterback now?
Devin Leary.
Devin Leary. That's right. I like Leary. Yeah, I'm taking the Gators. Mertz has been pretty good. Kentucky really hadn't played nobody. I mean, Kentucky hadn't lost yet, right? They're still undefeated.
No.
I did read. Yeah, they hadn't really played nobody. Yeah, Gators have looked good the last few weeks. What was the stat I had? I think Florida's lost the last 2 matchups, but they won every game from 1986 to 2017, I believe I read. So I think this is going to be a close game though, but I got to take the Gators as the underdog. Josh.
Yeah, man, I think Vegas trying to trick us with this line here.
Probably.
And I don't think it bodes well for Kentucky for it to be an early game. I think it'd be better if it was a little later.
Wish they were playing in the swamp. If they were playing in the swamp, it'd probably be the opposite way. Florida probably
it'd probably be 6.
Yeah, probably like
Or
5.5,
Yeah.
5.5, 6.
So I'm gonna go with Florida here, man. I just think I think they can get it done. Wouldn't surprise me if Kentucky wins. But I'm gonna go with Florida.
Yeah, looking forward to watching that game. Next game we got Saturday, 6 p.m. Number 13 LSU at Ole Miss. What did Ole Miss drop to, Josh? Anybody know? No, off the top of my head. They're still in the teens, right? No, or
Yeah,
I think they're 15,
19
yeah,
or something.
something like that. But LSU is favored by 3.5, coming off a close game against Arkansas. Obviously, Alabama is coming off Ole Miss coming off a loss against Alabama. Close game, but I'm going with LSU. I wrote down LSU. Got to go with the Tigers. I just think they're the better team. As much as I like Ole Miss, I like Jackson Dart, and I like the receiver they got over there. And what's his name, Judkins, the
Harris.
running back. Yeah,
Yeah,
running
the
back
running
as
back.
well.
But he hadn't put up the numbers like I thought he would.
Yeah, I
so
thought he
far.
would too. Yeah, he started out. I believe the first game he played okay, and then he hadn't done much since. But I don't know. I liked LSU to win the West, I guess, after the last couple weeks since Alabama hadn't looked as good. But we'll see, I guess. But I'm gonna keep riding with them. I know LSU was a little bit overhyped going into this year. 3.5. I'm still gonna take them here. Minus 3.5. Josh, who you got?
Yep, I'm going to take LSU as well. I think they win this game by a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Somewhere around a touchdown. Preston.
Clean sweep across the board. I think LSU gets the job done. I think they're right around that 7 to 10 point margin.
Worried about that one. All right, but we'll see what Bryson goes there. If not, we'll get a clean sweep. Let's go to the next game. We're going Saturday, 7:30 p.m. South Carolina. Who I tell you what, hold on. I just want to give Spencer Rattler. That dude is playing. I think he had like only 2 incompletions again. I mean, that dude's playing legit. Spencer Rattler. He's given himself a. He's coming out of the draft this year, correct?
Yeah.
He might be going up the board. At number 21, Tennessee. Obviously, Tennessee's defense is ranked higher this year. I don't know on paper. We'll see. I still don't think Tennessee's that good. I'll lead us off again because I think everybody else. I mean, this line's huge. I don't think Tennessee's that good. I'm taking South Carolina. Easy to cover that, but maybe I just don't understand it, to be honest. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe Tennessee, just because the line's weird, Tennessee's gonna come out and win by 2 scores. But I gotta take Carolina there. Preston.
Just like me, I'm going to take South Carolina plus the 12.5. I think they're going to get the job done. Spencer Rattler's performing week in and week out. I think they're going to get it. They're going to be. I don't know if they're going to win this game. I just don't know. Tennessee, I just feel like they're going to get the job done. Rectify that loss they had at South Carolina last year. But 12.5 points, like you mentioned, I think that's a lot of points. I just don't know. I mean, I think South Carolina loses this game by 10.
Big thing is, like I said, they're at Tennessee too.
Yeah.
And Carolina still, I think they still gave up 4 or 5 sacks last week. I'd love to see Spencer Rattler behind a good offensive line. But Josh, who you got?
Oof.
I mean, am I only the one? I must be the only one that thinks this line's off. I just don't understand.
What time's this game?
This game is at 7:30. Maybe I hadn't watched much. I'm just not that impressed with Tennessee. I know the defense has been statistically pretty good, but I don't know.
And I got South Carolina written down. I'm gonna stay with it with the line 12.5. I think they lose by 10. But if
I think I'm gonna bet them to win.
Things can get ugly. In Knoxville at night.
That's where I don't. That's where I don't think they're gonna win.
They could end up losing by 3 scores. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows? But I'm gonna go with South Carolina. But I know Tennessee had this game circled.
Yeah. I mean, that's what you said. That's the big thing for me.
Did he just do it? No, he did not.
That's the big thing for me is they're playing in Knoxville, and that's why I'm worried. I think they'll cover, but I don't know if they'll win. South Carolina, but I think South Carolina should. I'm hoping they were able to stay within 12.5. Let's go to the final game here. We got I didn't write game of the week, but I won't. We'll say this is the game of the week. I didn't put the game of the week, but Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Number 11 Notre Dame at number 17 Duke. Obviously, Duke has been impressing us this year with the win at Clemson and staying undefeated so far. Preston, lead us off here. You're the ACC guys. Duke going to get it done, or Notre Dame's favored by 5.5 in this game? What you think?
I don't think Notre Dame's going to, lose this game. I don't. But Duke is a lot better team than a lot of people like to give them credit for. They found a way to beat us. They did. We talked about that. We're not going to talk about it again. But they've just been putting together performances after performance after performance, and they've looked good, and they've gotten the job done. And I think, they can keep this game close, and I think they can keep it within 5.5. I mean, it's not crazy to think that they win this game. Notre Dame might be, reeling from their loss, last second versus Ohio State this past Saturday. And who knows, they might get caught sleeping by a Duke team that I think is more physical and, and more capable to being able to win bigger games than people like to give them credit for. You ask me preseason, I don't think this game's close. But from what I've seen from this Duke team over the past 4 weeks, I think they're going to give Notre Dame team, who is a better team, I think they're going to give them, a run for their money. I think Notre Dame wins, but I like Duke to keep it close.
Gotcha. All right,
So
Josh.
You're going with Duke.
I'm going Duke
plus
plus 6.5.
5.5.
6.5.
Well, it's 5.5 is what I got written down. So
I'm getting 5.5.
Okay. I was about to say.
Trying to get some extra points here. I need to help.
All right, Josh. So when Clemson lost to Duke in the first game, since Preston said we'll never mention it, Duke has played pretty well since then. They played pretty well. They've looked pretty good. Josh, who you gonna take in this one?
Oh man, I think I'm gonna take Notre Dame in this game, man. I think they're gonna be kind of mad about what happened against Ohio State, and I think they're going to want to get some style points for the committee because they're going to need them now because they took a loss. So give me Notre Dame.
Josh, I hate to do it to you, but we're going to have every pick the same this week because I got Notre Dame as well, which sucks. I mean, I didn't do it on purpose, but Notre Dame, I'm taking Notre Dame, close game. I think they win by a touchdown. I mean, like Josh said, I think they come out mad after losing that last game. Obviously, Duke, beat Clemson, but Clemson kind of wouldn't say they, statistically they outplayed them pretty well. So Clemson, like Preston said, they had more first downs and played better. I like the quarterback at Duke. I like Riley Leonard, but I just like Notre Dame as a team overall, just a little bit better.
Is he going to be cleared to play? Because remember last time when he played Clemson, he was, didn't get some schoolwork done. Is he going to be academically cleared to play?
I have no idea.
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, where they and then
it was that bad. It was that bad. Just forget.
No, the teacher and then the teacher sent something back. I remember. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. All right, we got our locks of the week. Does anybody got a lock of the week? We need to get back on track here, I'm hoping.
Hey, I got a question. I paid for 2 more, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully we'll win this week.
Yeah, hopefully we'll win. We hadn't since Josh has brought his money on. We hadn't won. What were we 8-0, 12-0?
Baby.
Oh my God! Let's never make that noise ever again.
Way to go, Dansby. Way to go.
Lieutenant Strikeout strikes again.
What happened last night? I heard everybody was talking about the Cubs last night. How the Cubs blew it or something.
Suzuki blew the play to end the 8th inning. No, it wasn't end it, but that was to get the second out, and the ball dropped and 2-run score. We go up by 1. It was crazy.
And we win by 1.
That play and that play right there might cause them not to make the playoffs. That's how big
crazy.
That's how big those plays are right there. Though that might stop them, the good old Cubbies, from getting into the playoffs.
I'm between 2 right now. I had 1 written down, but all right, Josh, who you got?
All right. Give me what's the line on the Auburn-Georgia game?
Ooh,
the over/under, or what's
like
the line?
What's the line?
I think it was like 14.5. Let me look. Could have been more than that. It might be a
Let's
little bit
go
more.
Auburn Tigers.
On here, it is, 14.5. Georgia favored by 14.5.
Give me Auburn with the points.
Auburn with the
Boom.
points. Okay.
Bold take. Do you think they're going to win the game outright or no?
No.
No.
But
Okay.
I think their defense is good enough to hold the game low scoring.
Georgia ain't. Georgia's probably not that. Georgia ain't that good either, so I wouldn't be surprised.
You did this 2 years ago before y'all won y'all's first national championship. You kept downplaying how good
No,
Georgia
but-
was. And
no,
then they go on and win a
no,
championship.
but-
I told y'all they were all the best team out here. It's like, that's not what you said.
That is
all year long.
bullshit. That is
Week
bullshit.
in and week out. Pull up any clip. You always
We
said
go
it.
back.
We're
Hey,
not very good. We're not
Josh,
very good.
we
We're
could
not
go.
very good.
We could go back. Not last year, but the year before. The year before.
You were
I
not
said
saying
Georgia.
how good they were.
Georgia's first national championship. I said Georgia is going to win the national championship. I did not say that.
Week in and week
Last-
out, you
last-
said the
no,
same
last
thing.
year I
you
Last
said
year.
now.
Last year I was like
year he
Last
was
year
he
I
was
was like-
down on them.
He was
last
beat-
year I was down on them. The
No,
first
you
year,
were not.
last year I was
No.
down on Georgia. Yes, I didn't think Georgia was that good last
That's
year.
a pretty cool
The-
sight back there.
The first year, Josh remembers this. The first year, I said about week 2 or week 3, I said Georgia is going to my bowl. I said Georgia is going to win the national championship. That's what I said. First year when they won it.
We're gonna have to agree to
last
disagree,
year.
and you're gonna have to pull up some old clips.
I'll
'cause
pull up some old clips. I got them. I got them all
I
on YouTube.
vividly remember you saying, "Oh, this team's not that good. We're gonna have a couple losses."
Last year I did.
and then you go on win a national championship, and you're like, "I told y'all they were the best team all year." It's like that's not what you said. bro.
Last year I did do that. This year, the first year I did not do that. But anyway,
That's what I
all right.
said. The first
Lock of the
year,
week. Lock of the week.
last first year.
No, the first year I picked them to win. But go
Okay.
ahead.
I'm going to go Oregon minus 27 over Stanford. I think Oregon's going to keep the train rolling. I think they're going to put it on Stanford. Stanford is just abysmal. They're abysmal on both sides of the ball. I don't know what they're looking forward to. Maybe soccer season. I'm not sure, but they're not going to get it done. I think Oregon's going to win big versus Stanford on Saturday. Minus 27.
What's that? 27
Yes, sir.
and 27 and a half or just 27?
27 flat.
All right.
I have to look and see what it is on my bookie. So just letting y'all know the lines may be a little bit different. It may be like a half a point different. So I'll let y'all know by tonight or before we get off here. I have 2 written down. I don't know what y'all like better. I'm just gonna get y'all's opinion. South Carolina plus 12.5. That's what I had written down. Or without the quarterback, I was gonna go Arkansas plus 6.
I don't
Against
love either
Texas
one of
A&M.
those, to be completely honest.
Is that game in Arkansas?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd go over there. I'd go there.
Get down.
I really just want. All right, let's go Arkansas plus 6. I'm worried, but Arkansas plus 6 since it's in Knoxville. The other game's in Knoxville. I'll go Arkansas plus 6. We'll see what Bryson does. But yeah, that's our locks of the week. We've been good so far. I think we're what, something in 4. We've only had 4 losses, so we were undefeated for a little while there, but
So we're 12-4.
something like that. Yeah, 12-4. But yeah, I think that's going to do it. Anything else for anybody? Ooh, I'm
That's
done.
it.
Hopefully Bryson sends his picks, gets us a lock of the week. But yeah, appreciate everybody watching. Make sure you check us out on Spotify, and you can rewatch this. I'm going to edit it a little bit and put it on YouTube. But Spotify and Apple Podcasts, make sure you follow and download. But appreciate you watching. Peace. All right, Preston. Go Braves.
We need to do a postseason, like a one before they do just a 15-minute thing on the postseason for the Braves.
I'll be honest. I've watched one Braves this year. One Brave. You and Josh could do it. I've
You know
only
what?
watched
Just
one
forget it.
Braves game
Just
this year.
forget it. It was a dumb idea, anyways.
All right, if you're on the live stream, we're about to hop on the NFL show. We're going to hop on a different live stream. So
Hasta la
Hey,
próxima, guys.
peace out.
Give me a few minutes, Charlie.